What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 4K Motoring. I'm Chris, and that's my 2015 Ducati Multistrada. First off, I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. It's 2022 now. I'm hoping for big things for this channel for this year. One of the first things I'm hoping to start off with is upgrading my 2015 Multistrada. The new 2022 Multistrada is out. It is the V4, and it's got a couple key differences that I'm kind of on the fence about. Obviously, with all the supply chain issues that are still plaguing us, haven't really had the chance to get on one and ride it just to see how I feel, but there's a couple key features that have changed from what mine is and what I love about mine that just give me a bit of pause before ordering one. In no particular order, just going front to back. The front wheel. So on this bike, it's a 17-inch front wheel. I know it's not the best for off-road, but given how much I do it, on-road seems to be more the bias of the vehicle. There are a whole lot more choices when it comes to a 17-inch front tire. That's a major selling point, as well as the fact that the 17-inch front tire is just a little bit sharper. This bike handles so well. It is like a scalpel. It goes exactly where you want it to go, and it takes very little effort to get it there. And I've ridden some other bikes that have 19-inch fronts, GS, the 1290 Super Adventure, bikes like that, and their handling feels very slow and sluggish by comparison. So I know there's a lot of chassis geometry stuff that can play into that, but just apples to apples comparing the wheel sizes, I'm worried that my experience with those bikes is going to be what the new Multistrada feels like, and that's definitely not something I want out of my Multistrada. One of the other probably more major features is the new bike no longer has this gorgeous single-sided swing arm. Not only that, the tire choice on the back is not quite as wide. I know it's not much of a change, but it goes from a 190 section tire to a 180, and it goes from a 6-inch wheel to a 4.5-inch wheel. Should be a little bit more efficient, but as far as putting power on the ground, it's really not in the same category, as well as finding the same sizes that can hopefully wear the same with that kind of power. The bike is increasing its horsepower just a little bit, but having smaller rubber on the back, and I just find that kind of counterintuitive. And finally, no more Desmo. Now this one's kind of on the bottom of my list because it's really not that big a deal. Modern metallurgy has made this system unnecessary, really, and it is overly cumbersome. It requires more maintenance, more cost. It's really not needed anymore, but it's kind of that Ducati flavor, right? It's something that Ducati's been known for since, what, the 50s, and it's been pretty consistent. So I like to see the progress, and I think that's really what Ducati is about, the progress. But it's just something that's a stark change to what Ducati has been their signature for, well over half a century. So it's just kind of something I'm hesitant about getting at least the first generation of. All that said, the new Multistrada is a fantastic bike from what I hear. It's got absolute cutting edge technology, even outpacing this 2015, and all the choices they've made really do seem pretty well thought through for what the bike is supposed to be for. So in this video, I'm really just hoping to bring you guys along as I start this process of potentially buying a new Multistrada. I wanted to kind of share with you my thoughts on my 2015, how it's been to me, what I think about it, as well as any experience I get with the V4 before I go ahead and buy. So this is just part one in this series, just letting you know why I haven't pulled the trigger just yet, what I'm waiting on, and why I'm hesitant. So we'll see what can change my mind and what I think about those things as we go along. If you're considering a similar swap, go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know what issues you're having, either finding these bikes or, like I've discussed, some of the issues with changing. What's causing you to be hesitant to go ahead and pull the trigger here? Let me know down below. Stay tuned for the next video. We're definitely going to have more content on this subject.